Welcome to Bransford Webs and this week's Looking Good List video. This week you join us on an unusual day at Bransford. We've actually got some sunshine, first time for about 3 weeks I think, which is quite ironic because about 200 yards behind the camera the river's actually in flood as well at the moment. So day of two halves really, and weekend of two halves definitely. So we're in Glasshouse 3 as I say, where just show you Coreopsis Calypso. This was potted about 4 weeks ago now. It's a lovely variegated Coreopsis. Still waiting for it to form some bud before we actually put this online. But as we've shown you before in this glasshouse, we use these sub-irrigated beds, which just give us real freedom over environmental controls. The plants keep nice and dry on top, so you don't get the foliar diseases that you can get with some plants. And also you don't get the liverwort and weed problems on the top. The top layer of compost stays nice and dry. What it enables the plants to do is once that capillary action starts going, the roots can get down and touch the bed, and it just enables them to take up just as much or as little water as they need, which when you've got conditions like I've had over the last few weeks, is pretty much essential really. When you've got dull, cold days and then the next day it's a bright sunny day and warms up, really quite warm in here at the moment actually. So we'll just start showing you the boot of the car this week before we're heading out onto the road and see some customers, heading up to the north of England this week. Just sort of I'll highlight a few things that are looking really good this week. So actually grown in this glasshouse a bit further behind the car is Fuchsia Janey. So we showed you this a couple of weeks ago, but it's really filled out now. Really lovely budded plants, heavily budded. Some of them are just starting to pop into colour as well. And it's a fantastic hardy fuchsia. You may have seen the video that we put online last week telling you a little bit about the story with that one as well. Further back in the car, our 3 litre Sonettis are looking absolutely fantastic. Lovely strong plants, check them around there, there's not much wobble at all in there. They're really strong, massive bud as you can see, and it's just starting to show their colour. That's magenta bicolour, we also do magenta and we do blue as well. So real 3 nice combinations there to put on the plant area benches. I'll just delve a bit further in here, we've got Lupin Masterpiece, which is actually starting to bud up now there. You can just see the bud in there. Odd ones on the nursery have got a little bit of flower on as well. But it's a stonking 2 litre lupin. There's actually a second bud coming there, I've just spotted as well. So that's going to be great in the plant areas, a 2 litre, really big chunky lupin. While talking about big and chunky plants as well, we do some great 4 litre theraplastic dianthus. So that one's Passion, a variety that Bransford Web introduced about 5-6 years ago now, and also another introduction from Webs when Webs was Webs on its own is Dianthus Tickled Pink. Both as I say 4 litre theraplastic, ideal when we do get this sunshine at last and people are having barbecues for your customers just to pick up off the plant area, take home, drop onto the patio and job done. They don't need to pot it up, don't do anything with it, instant impacts for your customers. So just slot those back in there, and while I'm putting that in I'll just pull out this Hebe and drop him as well. But this is Hebe Pearl of Paradise. As you can see there, that's just budding up, loads and loads of bud on there, just starting to show into colour. The Paradise series, both Paradise, Pearl of Paradise and Pink Paradise, are some of the best garden varieties of Hebes we actually do. They've got this lovely small green leaf, nice strong plants, and produces massive early colour, one of the earliest flowering Hebes in the garden. So they're online at the moment as well. And just pull out as well our 2 litre Convolvulus, Conversioniorum. Flush through lovely, silver foliage really is shining out in this sunlight at the moment, and still masses of bud on there and some flower colour as well. Lavender Melissa Lilac as well is looking good. We showed you this a couple of weeks ago. This actually started producing some bud. That's come since sort of Thursday, Friday when I looked at it last. So that'll flush through and we'll be showing colour within the next sort of 14 days I would say, if we get these conditions continue hopefully. Some of our impulse baseous lines again are online. So this is Polemonium Purple Rain. Again, it's budded up there, it's got this lovely dark foliage, feathery sort of foliage, and produces these lovely flowers which do hold for quite a long time as well. They'll hold for a good sort of 6 weeks in the garden and give you a nice bit of herbaceous colour coming back year after year. A couple of new things I know we've put online this week. We've put this is Geranium Striatum Rose. Not many of us out there growing geraniums these days in any numbers. I don't know why, because they're fantastic garden plants. This forms this lovely compact ground hugging mat in the garden, so ideal for the front of a border, alpine type garden, something like that. And then this time of year produces lovely pink with a deep pink veined flowers. And that'll just keep flushing flowers now for the next few months and give you great colour in the garden. also I've put online this week, if I can dig him out of the back here, is our miniature rambling roses. So we've got Little Rambler and Ruby Rambler. Little Rambler is actually the only rose I grow in my garden because it's such a heavily scented plant. So it's just starting to produce buds. If we're looking here, we can just see the odd buds starting to form. They'll be going out to garden centres in the next week. And as I say, it just produces masses and masses of perfume, masses and masses of flowers, and it's a great plant to grow up a wall, fence, or through another sort of tree or hedging type plant. Really a stunning rose and stunning promotion of the Little Rambling Roses. So that's it for this week, and we'll come back next week and see what's looking good. Hopefully we get this sunshine continuing, and you all have a busy weekend in the garden centres with Bank Holiday May Day coming up. See you next week.